It sounds simple, but it's also counterintuitive, because people think that there's this inherent trade-off between quality and speed.
Correct. That's exactly right. If you have that mentality of focusing on quality first, by putting all of these practices in, it may seem like you're slowing down, but in the aggregate, you're actually speeding up, right?
Sometimes you've got to slow down in order to go faster, which is like cuts against every fibre of your being when you're an entrepreneur or a product manager and you got to go. I remember once when I was working for Alfa Romeo, and I had the privilege of interviewing, he was Alfa Romeo's chief test driver. This was in Italy, in Milan, and he was also the head of the Alfa Romeo driving school. He said that if you want to go fast, you have to be smooth. And that's like the counterintuitive thing about racing driving and performance driving that people don't understand. One of my team asked him, like, who's your favourite driver? Who do you respect? And surprisingly, he said Jenson Button. And we said, why? And he said, because Jenson Button is so smooth. And the reason he's so fast is he's so smooth. We used to tell this story proudly in the Audi team that when most car companies were thinking about how can I go faster, the priority is like, how can we get a bigger engine, more horsepower, more torque, and just power, and muscle through it. And Audi were one of the first companies to say, let's really prioritize lightweight. And that's why they started doing aluminium space frame in order to make the car lighter, because if everyone's the same and you want to go faster, you can either add more engine, which adds more power but adds more weight, or you can make the car lighter and you go faster, but you're also now more efficient, and so you don't have to stop as often, and so you get both speed and you also get distance as well. And then they doubled down on that when they were racing in Le Mans. They were the first company to put diesel engines into Le Mans, which everyone thought was nuts at the time. Diesel engines weren't thought of as being as powerful, and certainly not as sexy, and they didn't sound as good and that sort of thing. But what the diesel engine did was say, okay, we can race, but we don't have to stop as often as everyone else does to refuel. And there's counterintuitive ways to go faster and literally win the race if you think smarter about how you're doing it.